And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. She carried a heavy load for our sport.
Honestly, no disappointment. I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that.
And she will be, since the USA squad has now admitted that they regret not selecting Caitlin Clark. Who would have predicted that she wouldn't be selected in the first place? It's not like we've been begging Team USA to refrain from doing such a terrible mistake. We've all been warning them not to make this catastrophic error, regardless of how long you've been a fan or how new you are to women's basketball. They're now not only creating it, but also paying for it and apologizing. According to the Indiana coach, Clark told her that they had let loose a monster. Sports columnist and best-selling book Christine Brennan has been following this tale for weeks. In the 40 years I've covered the Olympics, I've seen some bad team and athlete selection decisions, but this is the worst by far, she wrote in her USA column. We shouldn't be shocked, though, since we've known for years that the athletes competing in the Olympics are the last amateurs. Jam Hill, a writer for The Atlantic, said, "People need to stop panicking and putting so much weight on every single decision, but you also said that she will eventually make an Olympic team, and I agree, yes, she will, as the USA already regrets not selecting her, one of the main reasons that they should regret in the end." I agreed with Stephen A. Smith when he said that it's critical to understand the marketing aspect of sports. This is the reason behind their marketing failure.
Apologizing? You make decisions, marketing. I want people watching. I want eyeballs. I want advertising dollars. Why? Because he'll get paid. Y'all will get paid. And guess who else will get paid? You see where I'm coming from? That's what it's about. Stop acting otherwise. We know this. You don't sit up there and pass on Caitlin Clark. It was stupid, Team USA. It was a dumb decision. Everybody, there's always somebody that's a sacrificial lamb. I respect the hell out of Rebecca Lobo and what she broke down. I understand it. It was a stupid decision because it compromises what your ultimate goal is, which is to elevate the WNBA.
He didn't, in my opinion, put it the best. I do concur with SAS that you can see that Caitlin Clark attracts viewers without having a business degree, a marketing major, or even a college degree. Adding her to the Team USA women's basketball team, which is viewed globally, would only contribute to the success of women's basketball if she is attracting viewers. She wasn't included, though, for some reason. Thus, I don't agree with this video. It demonstrates that Diana Taurasi was adamantly against Caitlin Clark having a big influence right away.
Reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all.
Without mentioning Clark by name, she implied that Clark's achievements at the University of Iowa would not immediately translate to the WNBA. Additionally, when the Minnesota Lynx played the Indiana Fever, there was a speculation that Cheryl Reeve had something against Clark. It was evident from her behavior that she wasn't the biggest admirer of Caitlin Clark.
It's all around the league. But as a coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side.
I'll get two shits.
How about one?
Not even one shit.
Let me now explain why Caitlin Clark did not make the 2024 Olympic Team USA roster. Jen Roddy, the chair of the Women's National Team Committee, has provided us with an explanation for why the 22-year-old was ignored, which stunned us all. She clarified that the selection of USA basketball players and Cheryl Reeve to travel to Paris in July was based on a wide range of factors. Importantly, popularity and television ratings were not taken into account. Clark's chances were severely damaged by this information. She is currently the most well-liked player in the WNBA, drawing sizable crowds and selling out locations. Given that the entire holding of the Olympic Games is a significant marketing push for the host nation, it may seem strange. The impact of USRA on the media has been a 3-year process. Based on their complete body of work, Caitlin and the other players that were left off the team were evaluated. Jen Rohr explained that although Caitlin Clark had unique circumstances, she was happy that the committee strictly followed the selection criteria, which did not include marketability or TV ratings. When selecting the 12 players who will go across the Atlantic to compete for an 8th consecutive gold medal and a 10th since 1984, the committee was told to ignore outside influences and follow the set criteria. Rohr underlined that the committee's responsibility was to choose the 12 players using these predetermined standards. 3 years ago, while Caitlin Clark was still a member of the NCAA, this process began. The availability of U.S. citizenship, playing skill and versatility, coachability, attitude, adaptability to the team idea, leadership, how well they adjust to international competition, and their potential contribution to their team's success were among the variables. Clark stated that she is not dissatisfied and intends to use this as motivation going ahead. However, it's unclear which requirement she didn't achieve. Another explanation for Caitlin Clark's exclusion from the USA basketball team was allegedly to prevent upsetting supporters with insufficient playing time. Even though Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, and Brian Stewart all played for Team USA before they had ever participated in a single WNBA game, the true problem appears to be that the older WNBA players are attempting to safeguard their belongings and don't want her to succeed. These athletes carried out Caitlin Clark's intentions. Nevertheless, Clark managed the circumstance with poise. Caitlin Clark isn't letting the fact that she didn't make the U.S. women's basketball team for the Olympics depress her. She's been watching as much as she can and actively supporting Team USA at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. When asked if she was dissatisfied, Indiana Fever player Caitlin Clark said she even made a joke about canceling her practice to watch more of the games. According to Clark, she is genuinely driven. She views this as a chance to put in more effort and get ready for the next opportunity. 4 years goes by quickly, she remarked, considering how swiftly time flies. This is motivating her to begin pursuing her dream of joining the squad in the future. The attendance figures for Team USA's recent match versus Japan show a significant problem when compared to the 27,200 spectators. The largest attendance was for the Spain versus China event. A fan displayed a sign that read, "You need Caitlin Clark to beat us." It got even funnier. There were 24,023 live viewers of Nigeria versus Australia, compared to just 13,040 for Team USA. This is more than 8,000 fewer than the average attendance throughout the early days of the tournament. It's funny because, even though Team USA defeated Japan 102-76, Caitlin Clark's presence could draw in more viewers even if she might not be crucial for the team to win. The circumstances demonstrate the amount of work put into keeping Caitlin Clark off the team. Given the amount of attention Clark received on social media, the justification that they didn't want her fans to be dissatisfied about her playing time appears less convincing. In an interview with NBC Sports during the Olympics, Dee Staley, a member of the selection committee, even expressed sadness over the choice. Additionally, Mike Staley stated that Clark's recent stellar performances would have made her a solid contender for the squad if they were making the choice today. With a high of 19 assists in a single game, Clark has averaged 17.9 points and 10.4 assists per game. Staley's comments suggest that Clark's exclusion from the Olympic team might have been a wasted opportunity, especially considering how her involvement might have boosted interest in Team USA's quest for their 8th straight gold medal. That concludes our discussion for today. What do you think about her absence and how it affects Team USA's performance and audience? In 4 years, do you believe Caitlin Clark will be a member of the Olympic team? Tell us in the comments section below. Please, remember to hit the bell button, like, and subscribe to stay up to speed on all the newest Sportsmore news. On August 16th, Clark and the Indiana Fever will take on Diana Taurasi and the Phoenix Mercury. We appreciate your viewing and hope to see you in the future one. Caitlin Clark's exclusion from Team USA was ultimately more than a roster choice. For women's basketball, it became a pivotal moment. One instance demonstrated how much the sport has changed and how far the system still needs to go. It is evident that Clark's absence eliminated momentum rather than just a player when you consider the dwindling viewership, empty seats, public outcry, and even the remorse expressed by committee members. Her impact goes well beyond assists and points. She inspires new fans, packs arenas, shatters TV records, and infuses the game with an energy that is impossible to replicate. Additionally, the fact that Team USA's Olympic Games attracted some of the lowest attendance figures while supporters carried posters that read, "You need Caitlin Clark," speaks much about her influence even off the court. Nevertheless, Caitlin Clark has responded with poise, maturity, and inspiration despite all of the commotion, criticism, and controversy. There will be no whining, resentment, or justifications, just a serene realization that her time is drawing near. "For years goes by quickly," she remarked. And just that one sentence demonstrates why she is turning into a future icon rather than merely a celebrity. In the meantime, the committee adhered to their standards, maintaining that marketability and worldwide reach had no bearing on the choice. The world has already decided whether you agree or disapprove. Her fans are aware of her qualities. Broadcasters are aware of her contributions. The league is aware of her contributions. Whether they acknowledge it or not, the Olympics seemed empty without the most talked about athlete on the biggest stage in the world. This is the most potent portion, though. Caitlin watched more than just Team USA. She studied them, encouraged them, and made the most of every second. You can't help but wonder what the next 4 years will hold when you take into account how quickly she's becoming better, how fast she's shattering records, and how effortlessly she commands attention. Will Team USA's roster choices change as the WNBA enters a new era? Will her enormous worldwide fan base influence next selection discussions? Will Caitlin Clark reappear in the Olympic discourse as the team spokesperson as well as a candidate? If history has taught us anything, it is that athletes who experience such things don't give up. They return stronger, louder, and more formidable than before. It's your time now, though. What are your thoughts? Did Team USA's performance and viewership suffer as a result of Caitlin Clark's removal from the roster? Was this a lost chance to expand the sport internationally? Do you think she will not only qualify for the upcoming Olympic team, but also win it? Leave a comment with your ideas. A significant portion of this dialogue is your voice. If you liked this breakdown, please hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe so you can never miss our most recent in-depth sports analyses, breaking news, and special insights. I sincerely appreciate you viewing. We appreciate your support of the channel and hope to see you in the future one.